Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
They're in high demand to keep neighborhoods safe from speeding drivers, so much so 20,000 Detroiters have asked for one. Tonight, the city releasing a list of 2,700 more streets getting speed humps.
It is something some neighborhoods have been waiting years for after dealing with drivers going way too fast. Our Mara McDonald live tonight in Northwest Detroit. And Mac, the city released that list late today.
They sure did, Jace. And so if you're one of those neighbors who put in a request for one of these, all you've got to do is head on over to clickondetroit.com. We've got a link to an easily searchable list to see if you made the cut. You can't just put these speed humps up on any old street. The criteria requires a residential street where the speed limit is 25. Priority is given to streets close to parks and schools.
People would definitely blow on by.
Before, the hump was put on Lancashire near Glastonbury. Now?
There's definitely been a difference. People can't speed on by, really.
The traffic calming program has been enormously popular. Now the city of Detroit has released 2,700 more sites that DPW says qualify for one of these after neighbors submit their requests.
The feedback we get is that they're extremely effective and that they are doing their job of slowing down that really excessive speeding through a neighborhood.
And while most neighbors are thrilled when one of these is installed, not all are. We heard just that in Rosedale Park tonight.
It's too many of them because they putting them in spots that we don't need.
Back here live, if you're like Miss Foster, you have an option right now. You can get on the city's website under the, speed hump banner, and there is an option for you to say, you know what, I think this is a bad idea. I live on this street. Or if you live on that street and you're reconsidering your request for one of these, you can do that as well. They're going to finalize every street that's going to get one by the end of April. We're live on Detroit's Northwest Side. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Yeah. Mara, by the way, what options do people have if they don't meet the guidelines for the speed humps?
Well, for starters, Jace, there's not going to be a speed hump. I mean, if you live on a residential street and it's more than 25 miles per hour, these just don't work. So that's off the table. However, DPW does have a number of things they can do. They can do what's called a road diet and sort of slim down lanes or bump out curbs to try and stop people from speeding. Bottom line is, always reach out to DPW. Share with them what the issues are. You never know what can be done unless you call and find out. We're live on Detroit's Northwest Side. Back to you.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, Mara.
All right, a cold and wet night across Metro Detroit.
And as we bring in Andrew with the forecast, where eyes are on the morning where we could be dealing with some fog.
Exactly right. As some of the warmer air, quote unquote, moves overhead, and that keeps us above freezing, by the way, but it's traveling over the cold ground that's down here at the surface, and that can produce fog. Just like breathing your warm breath onto a cold glass of pop, same thing happens in terms of weather. But out there right now, we're not looking at too much in the way of foggy conditions. We still have some wet conditions that are out there. You can see that here on Storm Tracker 4, anywhere from Casco Township into southern portions of St. Clair County as well, just to the north and east of New Baltimore. But these raindrops are the last bits of precipitation before tonight is over with. So St. Clair, Sanilac counties, you'll see some scattered light rain, and then that moves off after midnight. We're already looking at partly cloudy skies over at Metro Airport and 42 degrees. Temperatures have barely budged. An east-southeasterly wind at 7 miles per hour. That southerly component is keeping temperatures above freezing across all of southeast Michigan, from 36 in Sandusky to the 40s farther south, and it remains above freezing through the night. So far, visibility is manageable. Lowest so far is 3 miles, but it could get lower by dawn, 2 miles or less, so watch your speeds in the morning. We'll talk more about this and your full Tuesday and 7-day forecast coming up.
Andrew, it was about 1 month ago, Tony Pate left his St. Clair Shores home and traveled to Ukraine to deliver medical supplies he collected out of his garage.
Now he's set to make another trip. Our Pamela Osborne live in St. Clair Shores. And Pam, he's also getting more help so he can bring even more supplies to Ukraine this time around.
Right, and to put it all in perspective for you, more than 200 tons of supplies have come from Southeast Michigan to Ukraine. As you can imagine, storing all of that takes up a lot of space. It's why here at the St. Clair Shores Civic Arena is going to be another location where they can drop off donations.
Not my normal job, but we took the challenge and we're running with it.
Tony Pate returned home to St. Clair Shores from Ukraine over the weekend with one thing on his mind.
These are just splints. It's like an aluminum core to it. So
how to get those necessities into the hands of people who need them most.
There's no such thing as enough gauze or enough medical tape.
His garage, not enough space for all the donations he's taking in. Pate will soon be storing some of the items here. While Ukraine supplies its soldiers, Pate has been building emergency kits for guards. And that's not all. He and others from our area are supplying hospitals and field hospitals with desperately needed medical supplies. His return to the States comes as reports of civilian casualties in Bucha draw outrage, condemnation, and sorrow.
Now we are starting to share that throughout this country to show the reality of the brutality and evil that's going on there.
I just wish it's soon will stop.
His wife Ludmila moved by what she's seen and the help that keeps coming.
I want to cry every day. It's so hard for me. See every day, read every day new story.
And he is collecting a variety of supplies. They're posting a full list of what they're looking for on our website, clickondetroit.com. As you mentioned, he will be making another trip, but he isn't able to say exactly when he will go because to give you an idea of how dire the situation is there, he said that there are people actively looking for people like him that are going over there, getting supplies into the country to help. So we, of course, want to protect him, too. Reporting live in St. Clair Shores, I'm Pamela Osborne. Local 4.
Just incredible work. Okay, Pamela, thank you. Tomorrow, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky will address the UN Security Council for the first time to talk about the violent killings in Bucha.
President Zelensky visited the town outside Kyiv today where there is a mass grave site, at least one being reported. Dead civilians have been found in barrels, in basements, strangled and tortured. President Zelensky is calling the killings genocide. Moscow, however, is accusing Ukraine of staging these scenes.
What the most awful, I saw a body of burnt in the vehicle boy or girl, a child, I don't know, maybe 6, 7 years old. It's so awful, it's hard to explain. That's a real massacre, and that's a real genocide against Ukrainians from Russian troops.
President Biden saying Putin should now face a war crimes trial. He's also expected to hit Russia with more sanctions. When you wake up tomorrow, jury deliberations will resume bright and early in the trial for 4 men charged in the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer.
Well, today the jury asked for the definition of weapon. The judge gave them one, but denied their request to have a dictionary. 3 of the men on trial are charged with conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction. Prosecutors have insisted to the jury the training and conversations within the Wolverine Watchman group proved they were planning to kidnap the governor. But the defense claims the men were all big talkers and pushed by FBI informants.
Right now, police are searching for members of a biker club who they say viciously beat a man at a bar in Monroe County. It all started on Saturday at the Wolf's Den bar in Carlton. Police say a 35-year-old man was leaving the bar when he accidentally bumped into a member of the Iron Coffins Motorcycle Club. Other members started yelling at the man, so police say he tried walking away, but the group followed and started beating him. The victim is suffering from seizures and had to get 28 staples to close a head wound.
It's infuriating. It absolutely is infuriating. We can't have people that are beat right in front of the police department. Clearly, they believe they're above the law.
What do you think?
Well, I'm going to do everything I can to show them that they're not.
Anyone who knows these men is asked to call the Carlton Police Department.
Tonight, Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski and Mitt Romney say they will vote to confirm Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's historic nomination to the Supreme Court. Senator Susan Collins has previously said she will vote to confirm Jackson, giving her at least 3 Republican votes. Judge Jackson is now expected to be confirmed by the end of the week.